Well, welcome back to Living Local. It is time to check in with Movie Mike for what's new in theaters. Mike Schultz, arts editor for the River Cities Reader, joins us for a preview of some of the new movies already in theaters and a preview of the ones opening this weekend. Yeah. Thanks for being here.
Pleasure as always.
All righty, so you saw a few of them last week.
I did 4 in a row.
Wow.
Bam, 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 bam.
Just knock them all out.
I did, one
Alrighty.
day.
So your favorite was Gloria Bell.
Gloria Bell, yes. I really like this one a lot. This is Julianne Moore, plays a woman in her late 50s who...
Giant Julianne Moore?
Giant Julianne Moore, my goodness. Look how beautiful. And it's basically just a few weeks in her life. She is has been divorced for about 10 years, but it deals with her dealing with her adult son, played by Michael Cera from Arrested Development, and her daughter, and she gets a new boyfriend, played by John Turturro, and it just kind of covers a few weeks in Southern California with Julianne Moore. That's plenty. That's plenty. It's funny, and it's moving, and it's romantic, and then it's anti-romantic. It's got a killer soundtrack. It's 70s and 80s music galore. You get Air Supply and Olivia Newton-John and Laura Branigan. Oh man, I had fun. Yeah, it's really great, and she's just tremendous in this. She's nobody. I wrote this in the review. Nobody laughs like Julianne Moore. You know, I mean, she's got this. She's just a treat. Oh, I love her so much.
Everything about her is pretty great.
Go see it.
Alrighty.
It's great fun.
This next one wasn't so great, according to you. Pretty scathing reviews for The Beach Bum. Okay, The Beach Bum. All right. This is kind of like Gloria Bell for Matthew McConaughey. It's just a few weeks in the life of this poet, this legendary-ish poet from southern Florida, who just spends his days getting drunk and getting high and hanging on the beach. That's pretty much all he does. And it's getting actually some decent reviews, but it drove me crazy because I get more than enough of Matthew McConaughey in 30 seconds to last me a year, pretty much. So 95 minutes of him doing his all right is I want to crawl into a hole. So this is Dazed and Confused 30 years later.
And it congratulates him for everything he does. He just acts like a jerk for 90 minutes, and he keeps being told how great he is and what a genius he is. And we get to hear clips from his poetry, which is terrible, and you know,
kind of the wrong lesson.
Man, I really hated it a lot.
Well,
so
at least you're honest.
Can you tell I didn't care for it really that much? So yeah, not my favorite.
Well, and the expected blockbuster, you were kind of on the fence about Dumbo.
Yeah, Dumbo, it's fine. What I had completely forgotten is that the original animated version from '41 is 64 minutes long. That's ridiculous. That's like a TV special length. And the thing is, though, I mean, but that movie is wonderful. But the thing is, an hour is all you need for that story. That's perfectly fine. Dumbo gets taken to the circus. He loses his mom. He gets his mom. The end. That's terrific. This thing runs almost 2 hours.
Oh,
wow. The pacing is really kind of slow and turgid. And except for Danny DeVito, who plays a ringmaster, just like he played a ringmaster in Big Fish for director Tim Burton, doing it again. He's pretty great, but Michael Keaton doesn't really get to do much. Colin Farrell's not great. Eva Green, who you and I are both huge fans of, is completely wasted in this. She just turns into kind of a generic Disney girlfriend in it, and it's a waste. You know, but it's fine. I mean, the effects are okay. The big eyes on Dumbo when he tears up. I mean, it's sweet, but I don't know.
Moves you a little bit, but just not enough.
There are going to be other Disney remakes this year, lots of them apparently. So maybe just save your nickels and you catch Aladdin later this year.
Yeah, I plan on it.
Okay.
All right. Now we'll move into the movies opening up here this weekend. First up, Stephen King remake. Pet Sematary.
Pet Sematary. Ooh, one of the creepiest Stephen King books I've ever read. And I read a lot of his. This one scares me.
It's about, a lot about you.
Yeah, this is a family from Boston who moves to a rustic house in Maine, where nearby there is a pet cemetery. Spelled incorrectly because kids made the cemetery and didn't know any better.
But the always wondered that. Thanks for that trivia fact.
But you bury your pets, and every once in a while, the pets come back. That might be all you need to know about the plot. As you can imagine, things that should not get buried eventually do get buried, and horror ensues.
Yes.
But you got good people in it. You got Jason Clarke. And John Lithgow plays an elderly man in town who kind of is our exposition bearer, basically tells us everything that's going on. And the original movie came out in 1989, so this is a 30 years later remake. The original movie is really not good at all. So this can only be an improvement, really, at the end of the day.
So let's hope so.
I hope so. Yeah. It looks creepy.
After the Carrie remake, you kind of get a little nervous.
Yeah,
but
seriously.
The original Carrie was great.
Exactly right. And the It remake was fantastic. So Yeah.
All right, let's hope so.
Fingers.
All righty. Well, the next one is The Best of Enemies with Taraji P. Henson and Sam Rockwell.
Yes, indeed. This is a true story set in 1971 North Carolina. This is about civil rights activist Ann Atwater, who in 1971 had to work with the leader of the Ku Klux Klan to kind of discuss school integration policies in North Carolina. And as you can imagine, they weren't fans of one another. But as the title suggests, they might just find some common ground at some point. But yes, you have Taraji P. Henson, who is spectacular, you know. There's really no other word. She's so great. And you have Sam Rockwell playing the Klan leader. You have Anne Heche playing his wife in it, and she doesn't get nearly enough work, in my opinion. She's wonderful. Could be really touching and a good, strong story regardless. So yeah, looking forward to that quite a bit.
What a turn for Sam Rockwell as well recently. I mean, just these serious roles he's been taking on.
It took so many years for him to get as popular as he is now.
Yeah.
It's about time, you know, because he's been wonderful for 2 decades plus.
Extremely
it's about
talented.
time.
Extremely talented. Alrighty. And next is the prison rehabilitation drama, The Mustang.
The Mustang, yes. This is set in Nevada. It's about a prisoner played by Matthias Schoenaerts. He's an actor from Belgium, playing an American. But it's all about rehabilitation therapy of prisoners who have to train wild horses as part of their rehabilitation, basically. So it's kind of a loner man meets loner horse. It sounds a lot like the Black Stallion with an orange jumpsuit, I think, basically. But I'm looking forward to it. The reviews are pretty great. It has Bruce Dern in the cast, who's always wonderful, and Connie Britton is in it. And Matthias Schoenaerts is a wonderful actor from movies like Far From the Madding Crowd and Red Sparrow, the one with Jennifer Lawrence that came out last year.
Yeah.
He's really gifted, and the images look beautiful. I can't wait. There's nothing I'm dreading this weekend.
Yeah.
That never happens.
That's a little wild.
I'm pretty excited, I got to admit. So, yeah.
And one more, which is kind of surprising to be excited about a DC movie, but
absolutely.
If you've had enough of the regular Marvel, you can get Captain Marvel, but we'll just call him Shazam.
Shazam.
It's so confusing.
When I was a kid, that drove me crazy that there were a DC and Marvel Captain Marvels. This one is basically big as a superhero movie, if I have that right.
I think
this is a 14-year-old boy who meets a wizard, and the wizard is trying to grant his powers to a successor. And so this 14-year-old kid just has to say Shazam with an exclamation point, and he turns into a grown-up version of himself, played by Zachary Levi from Chuck. And it looks, especially for DC, light and funny and goofy. I'm pretty excited about it, actually.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun. Kind of 2 teenage boys look at how to be a superhero.
Definitely, yes. Yeah. Just for some confusion, though, the guy who plays the wizard, I just found this out this morning. The guy who plays the wizard is Jimon Hounsou, an Oscar-nominated actor, who is also in Captain Marvel. Go figure. Just to make us lose our minds, basically. I know, right? I don't understand.
All right. Yeah. Well, thanks for being here.
Absolutely, my pleasure as always.
In review, the new movies coming out this week are Pet Sematary, The Best of It. I had to wait because I threw my card away.
Because you threw your card away.
Best of Enemies, The Mustang, and Shazam. You can read Mike's free reviews inside The Latest Reader on stands everywhere and online at rcreader.com. And we'll post all this on our website, ourquadcities.com. For Living Locals after this.